Do you want to sound like Jimi Hendrix on guitar? Follow these tips to get a tone that is very similar to Jimi Hendrix. First, you're going to need a Fender Stratocaster or any Strat style guitar. You're also going to want to tune it a half step down to E flat. Next is the amplifier. Jimi Hendrix used a 1959 Marshall amplifier. The closest thing I have is a Marshall 1987X, which is a Plexi reissue. If you don't have these, you can buy a Marshall 1959 pedal that they actually make now that's designed to emulate the same sound as the classic amp. I'm going to plug the Strat straight into the Marshall, and we're going to see what kind of sounds we can get. And one thing that I noticed when I listen to Jimi Hendrix is that his tone knobs are not all the way up, or at least a modern tone knob wouldn't be all the way up to get the sound that he has. So we're going to start at about 7 on the tone knobs. Let's listen. Jimi Hendrix also mostly played on the neck pickup, sometimes the bridge pickup, and sometimes the combination of the neck and the middle pickup. So in addition to the guitar and the amp, there's a few pedals that we're going to use to achieve certain sounds on certain songs for Jimi Hendrix. The first one is a wah pedal. The wah pedal was used in classic songs by Hendrix such as Voodoo Child. Pretty much any wah pedal will do. I'm using the Dunlop 535Q wah pedal, and I will dial in settings that are recommended for a Jimi Hendrix tone, which I'll also put on the screen. So let's listen to that. The next thing we're going to use is a fuzz pedal. Jimi Hendrix classically used the fuzz face pedal. The closest thing I have is a Jam Pedals fuzz phrase pedal. This is the silicone version for anyone who cares. It's basically a recreation of a classic fuzz face pedal. I'll share with you guys the settings on the screen. Let's hear this. And the last pedal I'm going to use to get a Jimi Hendrix sound is something similar to a Univibe pedal. So if you guys have heard the song Machine Gun by Jimi Hendrix, he uses a Univibe pedal on that and several other songs too. What I have here is an Electro-Harmonix Good Vibes pedal. I actually just bought this for this video. It's designed to recreate essentially if you think of an organ sound, the rotating Leslie speaker is what it's supposed to sound like. It's kind of a phaser or chorus type effect. Sounds very liquidy. Anyway, let's hear this pedal in a similar way that Jimi Hendrix would use it. So you have all the tools to sound like Jimi Hendrix, but we need to check out his playing style. Most of his riffs and solos are actually using like an E minor pentatonic, which is a classic for any guitar player. A lot of it, like I said before, is on the neck pickup. We're going to do that with a combination of the pedals. Another thing he does a lot is he uses an F chord shape on the top 4 strings. Like in the song Little Wing, he would use that shape and going up even to like an F minor shape. I'll show you guys what I mean. But for a lot of his cleaner sounding stuff, he kind of dances around that chord shape. So let me show you what I mean. I am trying to demonstrate certain things that he does a lot. And you'll see with the pedals that that's how a lot of his sounds are created. So that's how you get a Jimi Hendrix guitar tone, guys. Let me know what you think. This is a video for my new series, Steal That Tone, or Steal His Tone. I did a Slash one before. Let me know what you guys want me to do next. I also am going to be doing soon a Richie Blackmore one. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.